MONFORT Radio presents The President of the World, with Mr. MONFORT, the aspiring candidate to Chief Dreamer. The presidential debate on Obama's birth certificate has become so absurd that from the perspective of a native European it is not worthy to draw an observation. Who could be more American than the son of a Native American mother, raised and educated in the United States of America, educated at Harvard and Columbia, and with professional experience in the non-profit sector in New York City and Chicago? The debate seems absurd from the perspective of a Spaniard who lives in a country extremely politicized, where the intellectual debate is conducted on television and the press by airhead celebrities and mediocre journalists, unable to raise questions of caliber to our politicians. One day there will be a president of the world. Airheads would then wonder where the president of the world was born. Perhaps on the moon or Mars, descendants of Donald Trump would point out. Why do we keep the political debates of this world at an absolute low of intellectual sophistication and discussion? Why do we, the average citizens of the Western nation state, tolerate the dynamics of race to the bottom, to the absolute absurd, in a debate encouraged from the mass media? At a point of global crisis in the economy, the politics, the society, the elites, the establishment on both sides of the political center are not initiating a forward-looking, constructive discourse. We are hostages of the incapacity of the baby boomers who live in an era that passed away with the death of the 20th century, an era that was sustained upon an architecture designed in the aftermath of the two great wars. It is the architecture of Bretton Woods, of Universal Declaration of Rights, of get-together conferences that only state intents of purpose. It is the generation that wished there was a comeback to Ronald Reagan and François Mitterrand. In the meantime, the presidents of France and Italy meet to decrease the ambition of the European dream designed in the mind of Jean Monnet. In the meantime, the stupidity, fear and short-sightedness of our European elites on this side of the Atlantic, whose protagonists are the anti-immigrant minorities of the Scandinavian countries, are incorporating a painful degree of involution to a continent, the Sleeping Beauty, that lost the needle that many have decided to imprison in the cage of the Orthodox. Let us accuse the baby boomers who live from their savings and pensions of the maintenance of economic and governance structures that harm the social fabric of the planet, that undermine and lethally weaken our ability to move forward with a real agenda for the world that moves in a true direction of poverty reduction and environmental sustainability, driven by the priorities of global equity and justice. Get off this world, those who maintain and perpetuate an unimportant debate based on where President Obama comes from. You are ignorant, and if you are not, you deserve to be called ignorant. You are nasty, and if you are not, you deserve to be called nasty. You are pirates of heartless capitalism, and if you are not, you deserve to be called pirates of heartless capitalism. You deserve to be embargoed, expelled, expatriated from this world. There shall be a president of the world who will not come from the moon or Mars. But if he or she did, he or she would be welcome as long as he or she had a dream for the world, as long as he or she was the best person available for the job. The American dream has died for those who perpetuate the debate of origin. It does not matter. We are all from planet Earth. We live on planet Earth. We share the same problems, global issues, for which the lack of global governance structures and standards is second to none. President Obama should be the president of the world. It is time to look beyond Obama at the nation-state level. It is time to look beyond the nation-state level. We need to inaugurate an era of global post-politics, for which it will not matter where President Obama was born, in Hawaii or somewhere else. It would not matter even if he was born on the moon or Mars, except for what Donald Trump's descendants would have to say. Get off this world if you are not ready to bear this debate of intellectual superiority that is here to stay, that is here to remain.